Muzio Attendolo Sforza was an Italian condottiero, founder of the Sforza dynasty. He led a Bolognese-Florentine army at the Battle of Casalecchio. He was the father of Francesco Sforza, who ruled Milan for 16 years. Biography. He was born as Giacomo Jacopo Attendolo in Cotignola to a rich family of rural nobility, son of Giovanni Attendolo and Eliza, perhaps daughter of Ugolino Petracini. Muzio was the short form of the nickname of Giacomuzzo, who was the name of his paternal grandfather. He had 8 known siblings: Bosio, Margherita, Francesco, Bartolo, Giorgio, Matteo, Tonduzzo and Maria. According to tradition, young Giacomo was ploughing a field when a platoon of mercenaries led by Boltrino da Panicale passed nearby in search of recruits. He then stole one of his father's horses and followed the soldiers to follow the same career. Later, together with his brothers Bosio, Francesco and Bartolo and 2 cousins, he joined the company of Alberico da Barbiano, who nicknamed him Sforza for his staunchness and his abilities to suddenly reverse the fortunes of battles. In 1398 he was at the service of Perugia against the Milanese troops of Gian Galeazzo Visconti, to whom Muzio soon switched his loyalty following the typical behavior of mercenary chieftains of the time. Later he fought for Florence against Visconti, but in 1402, at the Battle of Casalecchio, was defeated by his former master Alberico da Barbiano. In 1406 he captured Pisa and was subsequently hired by Niccolo III d'Este of Ferrara, who was being menaced by Otto Bono Terzi of Parma. King Ladislaus of Naples named him Gran Conestable of his kingdom. Sforza's military qualities were mostly needed against Florence and the Pope. He remained for the rest of his life in the Kingdom of Naples, after the king's death, at the service of Queen Joan II. However, he attracted the jealousy of Joan's favorite, Pandolfo Aleppo, who had him arrested and imprisoned. However, when Sforza's troops intervened, Aleppo freed him and Joan gave him the fiefdoms of Benevento and Manfredonia. On this occasion Sforza married Caterina Aleppo, Pandolfolo's sister. A few months later Sforza was again arrested after a quarrel with James of Bourbon. He was freed only in 1416, after James' fall from power, and Joan gave him back the title of Conestable. In 1417 Sforza was sent by Joan to help the Pope against Braccio d'Armontone, together with his son Francesco. Later he returned briefly to Naples, but here he was opposed by Giovanni Carriacolo, Joan's new lover. In the following confused events that led to the arrival of Louis III of Anjou in Naples in opposition to Alfonso V of Aragon, Sforza helped Joan and Sir Gianni to flee to Aversa. In 1423, the city of L'Aquila rebelled against Braccio d'Armontone and he was sent to support it, in an attempt to save one of his pages during the fording of the Pescara River. Sforza drowned and his body was swept away by the waters. Family. Sforza had 16 known children born from 3 marriages and 2 mistresses. In 1409, Sforza married firstly with Antonia, widow of Francesco Casali, Lord of Cortona and daughter of Francesco Salimbeni, patrician of Siena and Lord of Chiusi, Radicofani, Bagnavignoni, Casali and Sartiano. They had 1 son, Bosio, Count of Cotignola, Lord of Castellarqueto and Sovereign Count of Santa Fiora by virtue of his marriage with Cecilia Aldobrandeschi, Countess of Santa Fiora and Pitigliano. On the 16th of June 1413, Sforza married secondly with Caterina, a sister of Pandolfo Piscopo Aleppo, her chamberlain of the Kingdom of Naples and lover of Queen Joanna II. They had 3 children: Leonardo, Pietro, Bishop of Ascoli Piceno since 1438, Giovanna. In 1421, Sforza married thirdly with Maria, daughter of Giacomo da Marzano, 1st Duke of Sessa, and sovereign Countess of Salerno after inherited from her first husband Nicola de Berardi. They had 2 children: Bartolomeo, Count of Salerno, Carlo, later renamed Gabriele in his ordination, Archbishop of Milan since 1445. With his mistress Damira di Cali, Sforza had 2 children: Mansueto, Abbot of San Lorenzo of Cremona, Onestina, a Benedictine nun. With his mistress Lucia Terzani da Marciano, Sforza had 8 children: Francesco, Duke of Milan in 1450, Eliza, married in 1417 to Leonello of San Severino, Count of Cajazzo, Alberico, Antonia, married firstly in 1417 to Ardizone da Carrara, Lord of Feltre, and secondly in 1442 to Manfredo da Barbiano, Leone, condottiero, married in 1435 to Marsobilia Trinci di Foligno. No issue. Giovanni, condottiero, married in 1419 to Lavinia Lavello di Toscanella. No issue. Gregorio changed his name to Alessandro in honor to Pope Alexander V, Lord of Pesaro. Orsola, a Clarice nun. Other. The Italian Regimarina launched a cruiser called Muzio Attendolo in 1935. See also Condottieri class cruiser.